All right, I'll tell you when I start it.
Will you, though?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, Hubble's not, he's not chewing that bone in here. He's not doing it.
He's like, I'm here. Hang on, bud. I'm sorry, bud. You can't have your bone in here.
What's up, everyone?
Come on, bud. Come here. I gotta put it up, though, if you're gonna be in here, buddy.
Well, if it's not going to be loud, he can be in here. Just give it to him now, and then we'll decide.
There's a... Okay.
All right, what's up, everyone? I got to log into the thing.
What is up, everyone?
See who's on here. Probably nobody.
No, we have people. We have 5 people on.
5 people. Holy shit.
At least, might be more. Let's see. We've got Lauren here. We've got Brittany, Shram, Sydney M, who is preparing for a job interview at 3, and she's listening to us to hopefully help calm her nerves.
Oh, good.
Do you want to take a surprise shot with us? That'll really calm your nerves.
I mean, we can take it for her, like, as if she was taking it.
Yeah.
We could do a special non-surprise shot for her, too, if we want.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, this is a very nerve-calming episode, I'll tell you that.
Oh, good.
Let's
love those.
see.
Summer, Lisandro
from Argentina.
Oh, nice.
Argentina.
Summer's here. Wolfie's here. Welcome, everyone.
Natasha's here.
Hey, Natasha.
Welcome.
Natasha, I have to tell you something.
What?
Well, tell the class if you're going to tell.
Well, Natasha had won a prize.
Uh-oh. Yay.
Yay. And you threw the prize away.
I didn't throw it away.
Oh.
Yeah, I threw him away.
You threw him away.
Yeah.
So we need to send another prize to Natasha. Wolfie, don't worry. Your prize, he did not throw away, and it is in the mail. So you should actually get it probably early next week.
Summer, we went brunching today.
Yum.
It was really good.
Yeah, you and John got, what was it again?
It was whipped Nutella French toast with strawberries. It was really good. I never get sweet stuff for breakfast / brunch, but I did today and it was worth it.
Oh, good Lord.
Except I'm not as full as like if I eat like an egg breakfast, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like protein breakfasts usually are more filling.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? I'm trying to log in still. Forgot I need a computer for this.
So since we went brunching, you know what that means. That means that I was on time. Actually, I was early.
Mm-hmm. Way early.
I know. What the fuck?
She was dropping her mom off at the airport.
Yeah, it's thanks to my mom that I was early.
Yeah, tell your mom thanks for last night. I mean, for, getting her stuff ready to go quicker. And the sex.
You better be careful what you say because she would probably be very flattered by that.
I know. Your mom and my mom, whenever John says things like that, like, oh, that John, he's so funny.
She'd be like, ooh, I still got it.
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, John's mom over here is probably like, oh my God, that is my son.
She won't even listen. She's like, I don't even want to know.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me just pretend.
God forbid we say anything about Tommy.
That's right. See?
God forbid we find a new host.
Meaning you.
Y'all want to do this shit?
No.
No.
All right, good.
We can't.
No, yeah, I was going to say, I can't do what you do.
I can't either.
I was not gifted that way.
Well, I'm gifted where it counts in the storytelling ability.
Anyway.
But, I as much as I hate having a week off, like, I love coming back after having a week off.
To school? To work?
No, to this.
Oh.
Like, I just feel like all excited and giddy, like, I missed you guys. I mean, I always miss you guys when I'm not here. I'm just saying it just feels like...
I didn't know you were gone. Oh, that's fucked up.
That is kind of fucked up.
I will say, hold on to that thought, though, until after you know what this episode's about.
It's probably about a child murder, which is probably...
No, we did that one, don't worry, during the week. We covered that.
Just one child?
Oh, God.
I'm just kidding. This is a very light episode. Anyway.
Shram says your liver gets a break. No, that doesn't mean my liver gets a break. It just means that we're not here.
Yeah, I think I drank more last week than anything.
I know I drank last weekend because I'm still riding the high of being a national champion.
Woo!
Did you guys hear?
No.
Quinnipiac won the national men's hockey
Cool.
championship.
Hockey?
Yeah, ice hockey.
It's fucking 85 degrees outside.
Not on the ice. It was an
Keep
amazing
that
game.
shit cold over there.
It was an amazing game. Let me summarize for you, for those of you who care. For those of you who don't care, suck
I
it.
guarantee nobody does, but that's fine.
So it was, so Quinnipiac was playing, they were the number 2 seed. They were playing the number 1 seed for the
Seed?
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
For the men's national hockey championship, Division 1. So the Frozen Four, it's like March Madness for basketball, but for hockey. And so in the first period, the Minnesota Gophers, they scored and went...
The Minnesota Gophers.
Yeah. Golden Gophers.
That's funny.
Anyway.
Did they take golden showers?
Ew.
What the fuck is wrong
I
with
don't
me?
know.
I don't
We'd
know.
never address that question. It would take too long. So the Minnesota scored in the first period, and then we went down 1-0, and then Minnesota scored again in the second period, so we're down 2-0. Then we scored, it was 2-1, and then we didn't score again until the third period, so we tied it up with like a couple minutes left in the third period, so it was tied 2-2, so it went into overtime, and then we scored 10 seconds into sudden death overtime, and we won the championship. But it was an amazing game.
Cool. Thanks for the
Cool.
play-by-play.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Felt like I was there.
Yeah. That was good tennis game.
Okay, so it's very exciting because this is the first national championship that Quinnipiac has won in their athletic program history. So it feels good to be
cool.
on top.
Did any other team participate?
That's what she said.
Oh, wait, to me or John? Because it would make more sense to me.
Jeez.
I mean, you're the one that said it feels good to be on top.
Yeah, right. So you were a little delayed, though.
I know. It was delayed reaction time. I'm sorry. I was trying to make sure. Let's see. Well, I feel like we should do our shot for Sydney, who is about to go on an interview
Yeah.
before we go back to our list.
Sydney, you also have to take a shot.
I mean, it may calm the nerves, but also don't let them smell the alcohol in your breath if this is in person.
Or you can put the baking soda in the mineral water in it, and then you won't even be able to
We have
taste
not
alcohol.
tried that. Also, have you tried so we've been doing soda doping. We took a break because it is so nasty, but it's just baking soda and water, and it's gross. So I'm not confident that this whole baking soda and mineral water thing is going to
So the baking soda I actually use when I was younger, my mom used to give me baking soda like if my stomach was upset. It's kind of like the similar effects of Alka-Seltzer. But I love baking soda for multiple reasons, not to taste, not to eat. I mean, just like it's such a miracle substance. Like,
yeah, it does a
works
lot.
as
I put it in
cleaning.
in laundry.
It
Yeah.
deodorizes. I always have some in my refrigerator. It cleaned off my stove the other day. Helps with upset stomachs. So
Honestly, it actually makes my stomach upset.
really,
Yeah.
it makes it upset, or you get gassy.
Well, that too, it like kind of makes me nauseous.
Oh,
What the hell are we talking about?
The
baking
baking soda, soda doping. That's why I didn't want to keep doing it as much because it really like, whoa. But
All right.
don't know how we got
it's National High Five Day.
all right. You want a high five too?
he feels really left out.
No, I'm all right.
You're too far away.
No.
Sydney goes, you know what? I got a couple hours. I'll take a shot. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do it then. Hey, Sable. We missed ya.
All right. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise. Thanks again for fixing my bongos.
He did.
You're welcome.
Wolfie complimented us on our very clean high five.
Yeah. You got to look at the elbow. That's the trick.
That is the trick. You're
You gotta
right.
do what?
Look at the elbow.
Look at your elbow. What?
Look
When you're
like
high-fiving.
focus on the other person's elbow.
Yeah. Well, let's do it.
Do me one.
Don't hurt yourself.
Do you want a high five or not?
Yeah.
See, he didn't look at the elbow.
He did that on purpose.
Down low.
No, so
Hey, Martin.
my niece is really into that right now.
To download too slow?
Yeah, so she goes, up high, and then she'll go down low too slow. Like she won't even give you a second to like try. And I'm like, no, you're doing it wrong. You need to wait.
Just needs a little bit more practice on this. It's okay.
All right.
All right. Well, Sydney, good luck with your interview. I hope you kick ass. I'm sure you'll do an awesome job.
Cheers, all.
Cheers.
I don't know what that was. It wasn't terrible, but it has a weird taste to it.
It's a weird taste.
That was that peach moonshine.
Oh, okay.
That's fucking moonshine. That is not moonshine.
Oh my god, we
already talked about this
so many times. We understand it's not real moonshine. Would you like the real moonshine? Because we also have that.
I don't think there's actually real bourbon in those, John. I think they're just bourbon flavored.
Oh, what the hell? Really? Oh.
I don't know, but you know what? They'd
Care
probably
Bears.
be great if you
Put them in bourbon.
Yeah, or like
Soak them in
bourbon
vodka.
and Coke or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Made in China. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I made peach cobbler for the first time on Easter. It came out really good.
Ooh,
I'd never made a cobbler before.
I love peach cobbler.
I'm a cobbler, yeah. That's fucked up.
Fun fact, there is a cobbler in the town that I live.
Oh,
It's a dying art.
it is. I mean, you for all the cowboy boot selling we do, you know, sometimes you need to get them resold.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, are you going to tell them about our new venture show? No.
Nah,
They're actually made in Germany.
Yeah, I know. I was messing with you.
they don't really taste that strongly of bourbon.
Let me do that. Did we already take a shot? So, all right.
We already did.
Wait.
Did you black out afterwards?
Jen's taking over the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably going to go downhill. But
I mean, that's fair.
for starters, I feel like we need a video real quick of what we offer. So we're going to kind of do that on the fly.
Yeah.
Only take a minute.
Before we get into it, though, I'd love to get everyone's perspective on what type of content you'd like to see on the Patreon so that I can deliver and not have it go downhill as fast as predicted.
If you do just post more than what we do today, which is just episode stuff,
Yeah.
it's going to be an improvement.
All right. So what we're offering for the Patreon is...
Is this the video now?
Hey, you can't hand me that basket, can you?
I can get it. Or Nicole can get it since she's already starting to go up and get it.
Where did we get this basket? It says U.S. mail on it.
We stole it.
Did we sell it for real?
It's a federal
Steal it.
offense.
All right, so if you join our Patreon and the $10 a month Supremo, you get a bunch of cool stuff. We are officially out of Ed Gein comic books. That was the last promo we did, but we do have other comic book serial killers, and these are real rare. I think they made them in the 80s.
Psycho killer.
Psycho killers.
say.
I've got about 20 of these, and if you want to... I got about 20 of these, and if you want a specific killer... Let me know. That's
Or let Jen know.
or let Jen
Yeah,
know.
let me know.
Eileen Warnos is right here. That's a good one. This is Charles Starkweather. We did that case for our Patreon members like 5 years ago. Wayne Williams, the Atlanta guy. I haven't done that one yet. Ian Bradley, Ian Brady, and Myra Hindley. Killer Cuts comic book. Oh, here's a good one. Psycho Killer's PMS special, and it has a girl with a chainsaw on it.
Oh, God.
And like blood everywhere. And a toilet, so that means she's, on her period. That's PMS, right?
That's pre-period.
Period monthly special. Well, what does PMS stand for? I don't know. No one knows. I'm moving on. So we also have... So we're giving away these, and also these are really cool. These are rare press photos.
That looks like a drawing.
Well, so
A photo of a drawing.
So this is actually from a case we did a long time ago, The Lady of the Dunes. This is what...
Oh, wow.
They identified her.
Well, they didn't identify her. This is what she would supposedly look like. But you see, it's the press. This is the actual picture used in the press. And some of them were used in the police investigations. For instance, there's I've been looking at them, and some of them are really good. Like this is James Earl Ray. He's a good-looking dude. We have some Frank Sinatra ones in here too. So anyway, So we're giving away that, and these are for the $10 tier. Plus, you get all the bonus episodes. Plus, after this episode, like every week, we're going to do a live stream just for you guys, and that's like more intimate. And also, you get one of these too. They're true crime cards. So this is like playing cards. I got
trading cards.
I bought these from Etsy, I think, but I think they're pretty old. 1992. This is like Jane Toppin. She was a poisoner.
So obviously, to say while we're recording this now, not all of these prizes specifically may be available by the time you are watching this. So just know we replenish our prizes and look for really cool things to send you, along with a couple of stickers. Yep. Again, that all the good stuff like that we're showing you here is for the Supremo membership. If you're doing a Nacho membership, it's the stickers and a card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so ad-free would be the $3 membership. That's basically what you get. The $5 membership is the ability to ad-free and the ability to watch old live streams that are exclusive. Like we have literally probably 80 live streams that are not available to the public. And then Supremo is the one that you can watch it live with us. And that's all the push I got. I feel like we had to do that though. You know, we're trying to set Jen up for success. So anyway, that was my plug.
Hair plugs?
And everyone's gone. Shit. Oh well. All right, well. Did I just bring down the mood with plugging shit?
No.
All right. Well, let's get it on or something, man.
What if they're already tacos and they got the note and sticker and they upgrade?
So I was just responding back to Sydney. So if you do, we'll definitely send you the updated prizes and stuff like that. Patreon, it's a bit of a flaw in their system. It does not tell us if somebody has changed tiers in their membership. We get no notification from that. So if you do, if you could just send us a message so we can get something out to you. Otherwise, we try to catch it if we notice someone's changed their membership, but it doesn't give us any sort of alert. No, we can definitely.
Definitely what? All right. I have a great episode today. This will be a 2-part episode, and the next part will be for Talking Supremos, but it would also be available on Wednesday of next week. We also recorded one the other day. Did you see that one? I know you weren't here, but It was the balloon disaster of 1986.
Oh, no.
It was, what'd you think of that one, Nicole?
Outrageous.
That one's on YouTube right now. You can just go and it's our latest video if you want to watch that. It's literally the balloon disaster. 1.5 million balloons they released in Chicago because someone thought it was a great idea in 1986.
1.5 million? What about all the animals in the ocean?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, it's a true crime story. Like, people,
died,
dead, and then the animals, environmental stuff. Yeah.
Did we ever cover the story about the balloon that got loose at the Thanksgiving Day parade? Didn't someone die from that? Didn't someone get, it was a while ago, like a long time ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I thought I heard that. Maybe I'm making it up.
All right, let's get on with this, man. I am going to go to Google Earth. If you are watching this now on live stream, just look at your screen. We're going to get this thing started, man. Let's get it. I'm excited for this episode. I don't know if anyone's heard this or not. I don't think it's really covered very much, but if you have, just don't spoil it for anyone else. But we are going to Michigan tonight. If anyone's in Michigan on the live stream, give us a what's up. Obviously keep your head down, because the bullets and stuff, but what's up? I'm just kidding. Detroit's pretty bad.
Sable's in Detroit.
Oh, Sable. Well, you might know this story. We're going to Bath. Has anybody been to Bath? Has anybody taken a bath? No.
Yes.
All right, we're going to Bath, Michigan.
Not lately.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had a bath. I'm a shower person. I want to put a bathtub in my bathroom, in the owner suite one. But
all right.
But I want a deep tub. You know what I mean? Like a jacuzzi tub. And I don't know if it'll fit.
Sable, we're going to Bath, Michigan. Do you know what this story is? Yes or yes? Here we go. You guys are not excited about that.
Woo! Well, I was about to ooh and ah, but then I wasn't sure if you were like gonna get annoyed with it. So,
All right, this is...
We're not in the city, that's for dang sure.
no.
Well, this is where it took me. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is right. There should be a some kind of memorial thing over
really?
here. 1 second.
Is the property no longer there?
No, it's no longer there. But let me see. 110 King Street. So we're going to 110 King Street, Bath. Oh, why the fuck did that send me to North Carolina? Okay, well, that is not the right one. Holy hell, man. Okay, 1 second. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's try this one.
What we got?
So Michigan is known as the it's like the hand, isn't it? Isn't it a glove?
It's like a mitten.
Yeah. So
It
it's
is?
yeah, it's like a mitten, see? You don't
Oh
see it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a hand puppet.
Jen,
Yeah.
name all 5 or 4, however many lakes.
Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Huron, Erie, Superior.
Mm-hmm. That's all you got?
Ontario.
Ontario.
I'm pretty sure there's one more.
I got 3 of them, okay?
Michigan.
Michigan.
All right. Somebody tell me where this damn thing is. I haven't looked it up yet. Maybe I should start doing that. Like, be prepared and stuff.
Maybe.
The abbreviation is Holmes. There you go. Thank you.
Oh.
Does Sable know what we're talking about tonight?
She's not sure if she knows it. We'll see, she says.
Well, how close is Bath to you?
I don't think she knew exactly where that was. So where was Detroit? 'Cause Sable's in Detroit.
Hold on, I'm going to go back. I like looking this up, like, during it too.
Love me some Google Earth.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Hold on. Damn it, where is it?
Sydney is here.
What's up, Sydney?
Sydney! Both Sydneys. What's up, Sydney and Sydney?
How's Nana? Or Mima.
Yeah, Mima.
All right, got it right here. I got the coordinates. That's cool. All right, here we go. One more time. Sorry about that. Put in them coordinates. There we go. Oh, that's close. So this is where we're going to tonight. 42.48. So this is where it was.
Okay. It looks like there's a school nearby, a trail, and it looks like a nice little
Softball
cul-de-sac.
field. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like suburbia.
Yeah. So I'm believing it was, so it's pointing me like right here ish. So that's where we're at tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're around this area, you definitely know this story.
Okay.
I will tell you that, but the fact that Sable doesn't know it kind of makes me think that no one's covered it.
She said she might know the story.
Has anyone else heard this? I'm like really curious.
You haven't said anything other than where it takes place yet.
But that is if you know the story, you know what Bath, Michigan is known for. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say.
Bathhouses.
Actually, holy shit. Check this shit out. This right here, do you see this outline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guarantee you this is it right here.
Oh.
I guarantee you. So this is a huge building outline,
Yeah.
right? I can almost damn guarantee you that that's it.
Okay. Well, we don't know what it is yet.
Okay, I'll go back to that later. But tonight, what?
Nothing.
Shrim's making pineapple ice cream. Do you have one of those ninja ice cream machines?
No, I have a Cuisinart ice cream maker though.
No, I was asking Shram. That's like a new thing that came out. You have a Cuisinart ice cream maker?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you had that?
couple of years. I barely.
When was I here?
Mm-hmm. I've had it for a long time.
And we never made ice cream?
Mm-mm.
I feel slighted
I used
now.
it for a lot of like the sugar-free, dairy-free recipes. Came out with some good stuff. We had a delicious pistachio one time.
All right, let's get...
I'm upset now.
Sorry.
Yeah, me too. What the fuck? All right, we're getting started right now. All right, tonight we are going to Bath, Michigan, and we're going to May 18th, and this is May 18th, 1927. So I showed you the Google Earth, and we saw an outline there. Let me show you that one more time, because I'll show you the building that used to be there. And there's the yard, guys. This is the outline, as you can see here. You see this outline? And this be the building that was there.
Yep.
So,
a schoolhouse.
Oh, Jen does not like this. She's like, where did the school go?
Oh, Jesus.
Where did the school go?
Oh,
Jesus Christ. So I think that's it. Dude, it kind of looks like it.
It might be.
I think it is.
I mean, it was from 1927.
That's so weird if it is.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Well, let's hope that it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me shut this window. These stupid yard guys, man.
We have... When are these windows coming in? Ah! Close the curtains.
We could not have picked a worse time to...
No, they couldn't
can
have picked a worse time.
How dare they?
Saturdays? Come
Saturday?
on.
Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously?
Close the curtain.
Why?
A little extra.
Fucking assholes.
It's not you, Hubble. Come here. Come
No,
on
Hubble's
back.
mad.
He's just a little scared.
All right, let's do it. So tonight we're going to May 18th, 1927. We're going here, right here. This is, I showed you, is the Bath Consolidated School.
What does that mean? Consolidated school? Does that mean it's like elementary and middle and high school all in one?
Yes, but we're going to get to the history of it.
Oh, okay.
But I will say, at the time, this was a state-of-the-art school, especially for the small town of Bath, which is extremely tiny.
How tiny is it? It was so tiny that I'm just
Well, all right, I'll tell you this. That school that you just saw, and I'll put all these photos on talkmore.com, was a, quote, shining landmark overlooking the town, symbolically representing a higher ideal and bright future. So the fact that Bath, being so small, had a building of this magnitude was... I believe it was the first township to get a building like this, because before, now this is 1927, so in the 20s and even before that, schoolhouses were one little building, and you would just go to class with 10 other people. There was no real educational structure. It was basically go do a little lesson, then go back home and farm.
Yep.
And the teacher was also the janitor. All right, get him out. He's got to get out.
Hubs.
sorry, Hubs.
Come here, buddy.
Sorry, the dog's chewing a bone.
Come here, bud. Come on.
Oh my God, he looks sad.
Come here, buddy. Come here.
Now he feels bad.
Come out to the shed.
You usually reserve those jokes for Stella or Murphy.
All right, so before these consolidated schools started getting built in the big cities, so you think of like Chicago and New York and all these
Boston.
places, Boston, they have these big consolidated schools with a structure plan that is well outlined. You have teachers and you also have janitors. They're not the same thing. The teachers have to get there early before these consolidated schools and heat the damn school and heat the school. They also have to clean up everything. Like, they're doing everything.
You're talking about when it was like a schoolhouse and most oh yeah.
So it was one little building, schoolhouse, and that was it. Just one small building. And your kids either went or didn't. They went sometimes. This was the big push in education. This was when it started, around this time, right before the Depression, when these big cities started getting these big buildings and was like, we need to invest in our children's future. So the fact that Bath has done this was a huge deal at the time, because dude, this town has 200 people in it.
Oh wow,
It's small.
Yeah.
That's smaller than the graduating class that we have this year.
Exactly. So that is where we're going to tonight. That school, May 18th, 1927. This is the final examination day right before summer break. So when is summer break now? Is it around the same time? May?
Well, different areas have different times, but generally May, June, yeah. I will say, though, for a town that had 200 people in it, did they need a building that size, or did they was this the beginning of like regional schooling? Did they send Bath and from the students that's sitting next to Bath? Like,
yeah, they did it more as Bath was always overlooked. You have Detroit right there, a big city. You have all these other Lansing. Bath was just, I mean, no one's even heard of it now. So this was more of a statement. We're going to build this school. And the people in Bath were just regular subsistence farmers.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like this was unheard of to build something like this. And you saw it as huge.
Yeah. That was a big school for such small number of attendees.
Exactly.
Because as you've considered, like 200 people, you'd say the average family was probably like 4 or 5. And then...
Yeah, so I mean, there were probably like maybe 24 kids in the school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's a big school system. I can't imagine more than 50 kids.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's almost like... So if they didn't just have Bath, it would like if they did just have the people of Bath, then it would almost be like a waste of resources and time.
Well, on this day, final examination day, and there were people that didn't have to come because they're seniors that had passed the exam or whatever. Not that I know what I'm talking about. I was never one of those people.
No, I mean that is something that happened.
Still graduated.
But it was all education levels. Like there was high school. Okay.
Mm-hmm, yeah, there was elementary through high school. Yeah, high school seniors. So basically, I don't know, like 4 years old to 18, pretty much. Now, a new school like this, even though it's state of the art, in 1927 especially, there's going to be problems right out the gate. Now, this specific day, May 18th, the morning that we're going to, there were 205 people in this building. So like you said, that was a lot of people. And how many did I say that was in Bath? 200. Mm-hmm. There was only 200 people, probably less in Bath at the time. Mm-hmm. So these students and teachers come from other townships and other places. Right. So we're starting with a repairman there, George Harrington, and his partner Frank Smith, who also doubled sometimes as a substitute teacher and just kind of helped out. This is a brand new school. This school was built this year. This school has only been open for 3 months. Brand new, out of the box. And this school has a lot of problems. So they were in the basement because they were trying to fix this broken water pump. Now, this is in the morning, okay? And let me show you what a water pump would look like. Now, granted, this is not the exact one, but this is, I looked up for the time period, and this is what it showed me. Hold on, fuck. Let me see. Oh, shit. All right, so that's what a water pump looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, right there. Mm-hmm. So the water pump was broken, which means no fresh water. They can't wash their hands, stuff like that. So they were down there fixing it, and it was 9:40 a.m. This water pump was out of commission. It was the generator that was malfunctioning. Now, I want to say this is going to be important. Schools at this time, even though they were state of the art, they still ran on gasoline, which is not a really good idea.
No.
A lot of the ovens and stoves in the home also ran on gasoline, which is also a terrible idea. And it only lasted for 5 years, and then there was just too many deaths. Like there's a lot of housewives and stuff using these gas stoves and would just get incinerated. So they took those off. But at the time, the heating system was using gasoline.
Okay.
All right. Now, as I said, it was a new school building, lots of problems, and this was the last day before summer break. The kids were all excited. Most of them were taking their final exams. Quote, "No more pencils, no more books, no more teachers' dirty looks."
Yeah.
Have you heard that before?
Yes.
Oh, 250 students were in this building, and a couple of the students, the seniors who didn't have to take this exam, were outside. They had to be in class in PE around noon. It was like 1:30. They had to be in there, so they were just there anyway. Where else is there to go? They were out front of this school that I showed you. They were playing softball, and I'm going to tell you a lot of names, but don't get bogged down on the names. It's just for story's sake, right? All right, the 2 repairmen are down there in the basement. You have a few seniors, Arthur Woodman, Donald Ewing, Charlie Havlin, and William Robb. They were outside playing softball at the same time as these repairmen were in the basement. And what I'm going to do is I'm bringing this is 9:40 a.m. So I'm showing you what everyone was doing at this time. The timing is extremely important. They were playing softball. Haviland, one of the seniors, threw a pitch at 9:40 a.m. and it soars over his buddy's head. And looking out of the window of the schoolhouse at that exact moment, she can see this ball soaring over the head was one of the elementary teachers, and her name is Leona Gutskunst. Her name is Leona Gutskunst. She was a fabulous teacher from what everyone said. She would do these things where she would read stories and kind of leave it on a cliffhanger, kind of like, I do sometimes.
You don't do that.
And her students would beg her to continue. So she would always have to read more than one story. She was a great storyteller. And like I said, she was, So she gathered the kids up in the back of the classroom for story time. They're begging her to read them another. One student later recalled about the teacher, quote, when she got to an exciting part, she would stop and make us wait until the next morning to find out what happened next. So this teacher, Leona, is glancing out the window. The 2 repairmen are downstairs in the basement looking at this water heater. And at the same time, these 3 seniors are playing softball. The ball goes over the head and towards the school. All right.
Final Sin says they know the story.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we're getting a couple guesses as to what is happening as well. I won't read them out loud to spoil for our listeners on the podcast, but.
All right. Well, y'all don't look at them either.
Okay.
Oh, no. I'm responding.
I mean, we're also thinking in our head as you are talking what could possibly be going wrong. So. Yeah.
Let me go back to the water pump right quick. The 2 repairmen, Frank Smith, George Harrington. It's a regular day. They've been messing with this water pump all morning. They got there at 8 a.m. It is now 9:40. They are fed up. They cannot understand. It was something with the bypass valve or something. It does have electricity hooked up to it, but they cannot figure it out.
Can I ask a question? Can you remind me or go over again the purpose of this water pump? It's not a hot water heater. Is it just that where they access all of the water for like hand washing or water drinking? Like what do you mean water pump?
Yes.
I know you showed us a picture. It kind of looked like a hot water heater, but
that's basically what it is.
Okay.
But at the time, I don't think they had hot water heaters at the time, I'm pretty sure, but it's the same thing. The hot water heater is also a pump, so you have one central big tube.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a woman. I don't understand these things.
No, I mean, I wouldn't know, how to like bake a cake or, what chemicals to use on the floor and stuff. So I get it. Or like, what's the best mop out there? Yeah. No, but yeah, so it pumps water through the whole school. So the water fountains, which they did have back then, water fountains, the sinks.
You mean the bubblers?
The bubblers, the sinks, like everything, right? If you need water, they had this water pump, and it was state of the art.
So it's pretty much just the water source for the school. Mm-hmm. Okay, got it.
Because going back real quick, before this school, that was that one schoolhouse, where did they get the water from?
The lake.
The teacher goes down to the lake or the well and gets the water, brings it back up.
Got it.
That's how they did it. So the teacher has to get there super early to do this. And then she's got to heat the water.
Yeah.
You know, like she's got to build a fire. And to heat the building, she's got to build a fire for that. Like she's getting there. I know, right?
Yeah.
So this is completely different.
I mean, I'd probably, if it were me and I had to do that, I'd probably have to get there like way super early so I could have like my, you know, woe is me, Disney princess, like true love will find me moment by the well to get the water.
The wishing well. Isn't that one of the songs?
The wishing well.
Is that Snow White?
No, yeah, wishing well. She was singing when will one day my prince will come?
Yeah.
At the wishing well. So like obviously as a woman who is responsible for getting the water from the wishing well, we would have to have a Disney movie scene every day.
Yeah, when did Snow White come out? Gosh.
1939.
Close.
1932.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, it was a very early Disney movie.
Hey Siri,
No. Stop listening to me, Siri.
what year did Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs come out?
Are you serious? You're gonna bring that thing in here?
1937.
It's listening. Siri. John is so angry.
Siri, go make me a fucking sandwich. I'm sorry. Can she order pizza?
She probably could.
Nice. Siri, order some pizza. Can she pay for it?
I mean,
my
is
Apple
it,
Wallet.
Yeah, is it linked to Jen's?
I mean, I would end up paying for it. Which I mean, yeah, we could get pizza. I'll pay for the pizza today, if you want pizza.
Like more than one slice, or
Yeah,
okay.
I got paid yesterday.
All right.
Oh no, it was today. No, it was yesterday. Anyway, there's
either
money
way,
there.
there's money in the
I can get
account.
some ice today.
All right. So here's what's going on. You're at this school. This teacher has just finished a story. Her kids are begging her to do another story. Begging her. She finally gives in. She's actually looking outside. The reason she's looking outside is because it's such a beautiful day. This is right before summer. It's hot. It's a beautiful day outside. Maybe she can, I know this isn't protocol, but maybe she can take her students outside just for one quick story. She ends up moving them to the back of the class either way, but she does give in and do another story. But she's looking out the window. That softball is flying towards the window, and that senior is jumping up and he misses it. At the same time, what?
This is just gonna like make me feel bad because I feel like whatever disaster is impending, it feels like it's because this person missed the ball, and I just feel like that would be.
And the school just collapses because the ball
I
hits.
feel like that would be me because you've gotten even on camera a few times at the beach. I like throw the ball, and it's like completely.
Yeah, I'm
not-
like this. I'm like, throw the ball, and it goes like almost behind her, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I just feel like I can see myself in this disaster in that way. Like, oh god, you just shouldn't. This is why I don't play sports. Okay, it's 'cause something really bad could happen.
Nicole. See, it's funny because Nicole is picturing herself in this scenario, and I am trying to like disassociate because it's a story that's happening at a school.
I get secondhand embarrassment about a lot of things.
Especially because of the events that happened recently. But
yeah.
Anyway, go on.
All right. The teacher's looking outside. She sees the ball. The ball's flying towards the window. She's also looking at how beautiful it is outside. It's just, I mean, Michigan is pretty cold, right, Sable? So this day was just, it just feels so good. It's summer. The kids are smiling, big grins. Like literally 5 hours away from having a summer off. Oh my God. Teachers are happy. There's a brand new school. Everything is great. Everything is great. At the same time that the ball's being thrown and the teacher's looking outside.
Literally what you just mentioned, Nicole.
Down back in the basement, the two men, George Harrington, Frank Smith, they're frustrated. They're in this dampy basement, and George Harrington just says, "Screw it! Like, let me just take this thing off. Let me take this bypass thing off. I brought my wrench from home, and since this is a new school, he was kind of upset, right? Because he's got to bring his own tools. So he grabs his wrench, his trusty old wrench, and he looks at his watch, 9:44. That's the time, 9:44. So 4 minutes has gone by since I said all that.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes his wrench and he puts the tip on it. He puts the...
Just the tip?
He puts the head of the wrench around the bypass valve, and as soon as he makes contact with the metal of the bypass valve, he hears, quote, an awful noise.
Oh.
Now, this is in the basement. This awful noise. That's all he says. I don't know what it was. Was it a... or something, or was it... I don't know.
Those are both awful noises.
Just an awful noise, and then silence, but only for a few seconds, maybe even milliseconds. But to him, because he remembers this, it was just silent, eerily silent, just for literally an instant. And then all of a sudden, from what he can remember, he was thrown back, violently thrown backwards. He doesn't recall what happened exactly, but he remembers a blast of some sort, a blast and the shock waves and the pure Newtonian force just pinning him on the basement wall. His wrench is still in his hand. Like, what is going on? He just put the wrench on this bypass valve, and now he's pinned to the back wall. He looks over. Frank Smith, his partner, is laying on the ground just moaning. Oh, there's been an explosion. He's alive, but he has no idea what's going on. Now, I will say we're reading from two different books tonight. I'm not going to give you... I'll tell you the titles here in a little bit, but that's what Nicole's going to be reading from.
Hang on. Am I supposed to go to my email now? Hang on. I kind of got to go grab my charger. I didn't realize my computer was so dead.
You didn't realize that you were going to read? Jen, what episode is this? 423?
Don't be nasty.
Jesus Christ.
It's all right. It's a Mac. It'll probably still last for a while. A shining lit
from the author
Harold Schechter. Arthur Woodman, running to retrieve the softball lofted over his head, suddenly heard a tremendous blast and was thrown to the ground. When he looked up at the school building, he saw the roof caving in on top of the children.
Oh, no.
At least it didn't have to do with the softball game. Man, that was really stressing me out, too.
This is a really inappropriate time, but when you read that, the only thing that I could think of is the roof. The roof. The roof is on fire. Please cut that from the podcast, John. I know that the YouTube watchers will see it, but it's still, that's all I could think of.
I'm going to loop that. And then once you know the story, you're going to feel terrible.
I already feel terrible. I shouldn't have said it out loud, but I couldn't help myself.
That's the price of comedy, Jen.
That's what you get for being the background noise.
All right. So the softball goes over the head. The softball flies over his buddy's head. And in the air, he's reaching for it. He's like Nicole throwing a ball and it just goes way over your head.
Or is it Nicole trying to catch the ball?
He jumps up. He jumps up to reach for it. And as soon as his glove makes contact with it, and that teacher's inside with her kids, she glances out for a minute. At that same second, she's looking out. She's seeing the softball game, looking at everything. And at that same second, when Harrington is blasted backwards, all of that simultaneously happens right then. And then this tremendous, tremendous blast. Quote, the roof caving in on top of the children. Arthur Woodman, who was trying to catch this ball, was thrown. Now, he is 50 yards away from the school. He's thrown on the ground by this force. He would later say, along with other witnesses, including the seniors out there, that the entire building rose up, detached from its supports. When he hit the ground and the ball rolled from his glove, the school descended from its from its descended from its height and slams back down on the ground. Powerful crash, folding it over itself. So, what do you guys think of this?
That building inspector should probably be fired.
This is the school. That, you see it?
Yeah.
Nice building, where it was.
You see here, they're playing softball.
Yeah.
No, I don't see anyone. Are they ghosts?
Imagine.
Actually, it's on this side, so they were over here. Leona, the teacher, is telling a story over here in this section. All of a sudden, this beautiful structure looked like this.
Holy smokes. Oh, no.
250 people were in this school, ranging from elementary.
That's a lot more students than I thought there would be, too.
Yeah.
Given the size of the town and the surrounding areas.
Ranging from babies, children, to full-grown adults, to people just supporting substitute teachers. Pretty powerful, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you think? What do you think about this?
Very sad.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard this story?
A couple
not.
actually have on here. Shram says that she's also heard of this.
From what, Morbid? Shram?
You are so bitter.
I am bitter, you know what?
Yeah.
Because we're still at the bottom.
We're not at the bottom.
All right, how many deaths do we have here?
All of them. No?
Well, you saw the school is only half of it fell down. Look at the
Okay,
skull.
I'll say 100.
79.
Some of the teachers, for instance,
Oh, no. I don't
This-
want to see those babies.
this teacher, members of the second grade in Bath Consolidated School are shown here with Miss Thelma Ewing, their teacher. The picture was taken in the doorway of the town hall last May, and the doorway of the town hall last May, an improvised morgue, and now a temporary schoolroom. So some of those kids were lost. And I believe all of these kids were lost. Miss Roscoe Hart, Bath teacher in her class, 5th grade, are shown. Miss Hart died Tuesday in a Lansing hospital, and practically every member of her room was either killed or injured in the blast which exploded directly behind them.
Beneath them.
How many kids are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the first row. There's only like 5 or so in the second row.
No,
And
there's
then
a lot more. Oh, yeah.
all of these kids. It says, quote, practically every member of her room was either killed or injured. It says it right here, in the blast which exploded directly beneath them. From the basement, perhaps? Man, it got like super fucking quiet in here.
Well, yeah, this is terrible. You did say it was another disaster.
So what do you guys think?
That's terrible. So what, why, when he unscrewed that, what was it that made it literally explode? Gas? Did he, hit the gas line? But even still, did the spark of the wrench, maybe, if he hit it?
Or did someone mess with the water pump and they knew that this would happen? If that's the case, if I could turn back time, I would go back and shank them, because you don't mess with little kids.
Wait, what?
You think it was done on purpose?
It could have been. I'm
was-
asking. It was like a question statement.
Well, this is known as the Bath disaster. The Bath School Consolidated Schoolhouse disaster. Leona, the teacher who was one of the kids' favorite, she had this ability to tell a story and to keep these little minds interested. She was dead instantly when the school folded in half.
Jeez.
Her classroom was dead center of the collapse. She was buried alive. From the author Harold Schechter, quote, buried in that tangle of brick, plaster, wood, and metal were dozens of the school's youngest children, along with their teachers.
It's terrible to think of, like, because oftentimes with these types of things, not necessarily school, but like building collapses, and you may, I mean, a lot of victims may die instantaneously, but a lot of people don't. And could you imagine being alive
painful.
and being buried under all of that rubble and debris and hearing the moans and cries of the people who also were not killed immediately?
Yeah.
It's just be so traumatic. Like, I don't even know how I would go on.
Well, we're gonna
like being buried alive.
I want to say this episode's about to get ramped up real bad.
Oh, Shram said bath bomb.
Bath bomb. This is about to get ramped up really bad.
That's a good title.
Stop looking at the damn chat, man. Y'all stop looking at the chat for real. Stop.
Have I been distracted?
No, it's just me.
Well, stop. Turn the phone off. Break the phone in half. Pour that beer on the phone.
It's empty.
Oh, go figure.
I do have a drinking solution.
Drinking. Well, when you go get her a beer, grab me one. Here, you can have this one.
No, I don't want that one.
I don't want to fucking give it to you anyway.
I got you those two because I thought you liked the green one. I'm not a fan of
Well,
the
you
green
don't
one.
know me.
You're right. I don't.
All right, let's talk about. I don't know why I labeled this section just bodies in my notes, so I guess that's what we're getting into now.
Great.
Thursday morning, May 19th, 9:45 a.m. 9:45 a.m. And if you want to read the from the author,
So that's only 5 minutes since the beginning of this story.
From the author Harold Schechter.
Arnie
You
Borst.
already read that one.
No, there's two by Harold Schechter.
Really?
One which I haven't read yet.
What does it say?
Buried in.
I read that one.
Well, that one says rum the author.
All right, just-
like rum.
Why are you looking at my screen, Jen?
Because I don't like being told not to do
The
things.
next one.
From the author Arnie Bernstein, Thursday morning, May 19th. The sun rose over a killing zone. School grounds littered with vestiges of the bombing. Buckets filled with blood-soaked rags, coats and hats, shoes and socks, like little broken flowers strewn across the lawn.
Oh, I don't like that.
One girl's bloodstained coat and hat hanging from a tree limb.
Oh, no, I don't like that either.
School books, pages fluttering in the breeze.
Oh.
So now you have this school, and let me show you the photo one more time, because
Jeez.
this right here, what is this section right here? It's just the ground.
Okay, I thought it was a trick question, but yes, it's just the ground.
Well, that ground is now the temporary morgue
Oh, no.
/ triage. They did a great job of making sure all the dead and the dying, their heads were all facing the same way, and they tried to triage based on who needs what parts of who is missing, and how can we save as many lives as possible.
Did they at least pitch a tent so, like, it wasn't all in the open?
This is Farmville, USA.
Well,
Bath Township is small. There's nothing but farmers. There's no big hospital anywhere close. The Red Cross actually had to get out here, and it took them forever.
Yeah, but people have been pitching tents for thousands of years
Pitching tents for what?
to keep it from people just roaming around and looking at things.
But it's such a small town. I don't think that was like a concern. It was probably to just,
I will say.
But if I was like walking past, I was going to say driving, but I don't even know if they had cars back then or if they could afford cars in there.
1927?
there were cars. I think it was just so rural. Like in an emergency, especially if there was no Red Cross or something like that. Like this isn't. You got to think if this is in a very rural area.
Okay,
like, that's not going to be the priority.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
But there was, I'm going to get into this in the next episode, but there were morbidly curious, a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. Rubberneckers.
Filled the town up. Not even rubberneckers, because there's I mean, this is a small town. No one's coming through here. This was people coming from every other town around to see the destruction. There was local gas stations around the township that would sell postcards of
then
the pictures.
Jen's question was a totally valid one about privacy. I mean, how long was it?
Can we loop that? Can we loop that clip too?
Some of the most selling postcards, which you're going to be reading some, involve some of the workers pulling out the children's bodies.
What the?
Those things sold off the shelves. Yeah, it was, I mean, same thing today, I guess.
Yeah, same thing. That's why we have a podcast about true crime.
How long was like the scene and the setup, to remove the bodies and things like that? Like, how long was that?
Well, this is probably one of the biggest buildings in the town, so it would have taken more than if it was just a one-building schoolhouse with some boards and nails to pull it together. This is like bricks and desks and all kinds of things.
I mean, how long were they pulling bodies out to try to like save and rescue them is what I mean.
It was for days. I remember a buddy, some of our guys got sent to Haiti, and he came back. I was living with the guy at the time, and he was like, man, I was like, how was it in Haiti? He was like, dude, all we did was pull bodies out all day long. And I'm like, oh man, I'm glad I didn't get to that one. But yeah, anyway.
Crazy.
So I guess kind of like the same thing, but these are children, and I guess there were children in Haiti too. But
yeah, thousands.
all right, so you guys don't like this story.
Do not.
All right, so it gets
worse. Is what you're about to say.
A little bit, yeah. All right, Monty Ellsworth, one of the parents, sped up to the school because I mean everyone, you could hear this from 100 miles away. Everyone heard this. This was an explosion of enormous proportion. Everyone heard it. Everyone started rushing to the school because why? Because my kid's there. So you're rushing to the school in your car, and you know your kid's there. Is he buried in the rubble, or is he going to run up to your car when you get there? You just don't know. So try to put yourself in that situation. Monty Ellsworth, one of the parents, sped up to the school because he had a young son there. He arrived and his son was safe, ran up to the car. Daddy! He felt relieved. So he, along with all the other parents that got there, started digging. They had to dig through this because this is a freshly taken photo right here of, the disaster. And where's all the kids? Where's all the kids that were under there? They're still under there. Mm-hmm. You got to get them out. You got to get this roof off. You got to go in this side. You got to dig these children out. That's effed up. Right?
Yeah. That's hard.
All right. Well, can you read the one where it starts with he could see a pile of children?
Yeah, hang on.
Are you taking a phone call?
No, I'm pulling it up from my phone.
Her computer
my
died.
Computer battery died. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is anybody still watching this?
Yeah, we have 13.
Nobody liked it. Another video with no likes. I'm just kidding. It in the description it says like this video unless you don't love puppies. So.
You said he could see.
Mm-hmm.
This other one. He could see a pile of children under the roof. Some of them had arms sticking out, some had legs, and some just had their heads sticking out. They were unrecognizable because they were covered in dust, plaster, and blood. From Harold Schechter, Doris Elaine, Johns was one of the first parents to reach the school. As she neared the entrance, she was frozen by a grotesque sight. The figure of a little girl, clearly dead, hanging by the legs from a pile of crumbled masonry. She let out a shriek as she recognized her daughter.
That's bad, man. I mean, I can imagine the parents don't know, Yeah. I mean, and most of these parents, they don't have one child, they have 3 or 4. So your child runs up to you, oh yes, but where's your sister? Where's your brother? Where's your little brother?
Where's your cousin?
Families,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mr. C. Chapman started clawing through these bricks, desperate to find his son, Russell. Desperate. He calls his name over and over. Russell! Russell! Where are you? I'm all right, Father, but get me out of here quick. Oh, God, yes. Oh, God, yes, son, I'm coming for you. Just hold on. He started throwing this debris and these bricks, this masonry, this plaster, this blood. He started just throwing it behind him like a madman.
From author Arnie Bernstein.
No. Finally, wait, what? Oh, you don't have that one. Sorry. Quote, finally, Mr. Chapman found his little boy, Russell, but it was too late.
Oh, no.
Quote from the newspaper. His neck was all but severed from a fallen beam, end quote.
Oh.
A lot of the children, a lot of the parents survived, but were soon killed from the falling debris that was still falling.
Oh.
That was still falling. The beams, the big bricks, the wood, even a 2x4 falling from the top of the building that's collapsing could kill your 8-year-old son.
Well, yeah, we already talked about a penny falling from the Empire State Building. A penny could kill you.
We should try it on you, Jen.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Willing participant.
We'd have to stop the podcast if that happened.
No, you could just loop my greatest hits.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I don't like that. Oh, Jen. Why are you guys not live streaming anymore? We just got tired of it.
This is like Weekend with Bernie's.
No, you have the green screen. You have the green screen. You could just,
I don't like that. Jen, good call, man. We do have enough content to do that. We could cut her out altogether.
So fucked up. Yeah, because you've killed her, apparently. The other day, so we have a...
Is there a murder plot?
No. we have a non-lethal firearm, and John asked me to shoot him.
And she shot me in the balls.
No. I said, I will not shoot you unless you're wearing 2 pairs of pants, 2 sweatshirts with the hood on in case I miss, because you told me to shoot
goggles.
She will miss.
Helmet and goggles.
He was going to turn around, so I was going to shoot him in the back.
Yeah, but we all know about your ball throwing.
Actually, I'm a much better shot than I am. Do you want me to go get that target in the garage? Because I did pretty good.
I'm not going to compete because I don't think I have a good shot. I think I only fired that thing once, and it did not go well.
Yeah, you killed the neighbor's dog.
Stop it.
And he was 2 blocks away.
Not true. But I think John really wanted me to just record doing it.
Don't do stupid shit for likes, John. That's right. How some people die.
That's called trash streaming.
Yeah, trash streaming.
We're not that.
Not yet.
Kinda.
Garbage streaming and trash streaming are 2 different things.
One by one, these children were all just laid out on the grass. This morgue, they called it the lawn morgue. That's what the paper dubbed it. The lawn morgue.
That's so sad.
Right? So one by one, they would be pulled out. A lot of them gone, whatever pieces remained, put down on the lawn morgue. Some dead, some dying, some badly injured, but still hopeful. Can you read the Arnie Bernstein?
Not to be insensitive, but how do I say this without sounding insensitive?
Don't say it.
Good call. Go ahead.
No, I gotta hear it now.
Maybe I'll tell you after.
No, you gotta say it now.
Do you think that they tried to match
parts?
Yeah.
Probably.
So that they could put them to rest?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I would think so, probably. Yeah. I mean, I know they didn't do that with the that one case that we covered. Yeah, with the boat shed, it's let's just give up now.
Well, I would hope that they wouldn't just Frankenstein all of it.
But No, I mean, I wasn't insensitive, I don't think.
Okay.
No,
thanks.
it's a good question because they would, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
I think so.
Like that one case, they were just throwing bones with bones. Like, I don't know, it just kind of seems fucked up.
It sounds like, especially with the fact that it was mostly children, that they were treating them with respect. Granted, the other case was also a lot of children, but whatever. From author Arnie Bernstein, chunks of human flesh entangled in the wires above.
Oh.
Blood dripped like a red, misty rain. A ruined...
Oh, hold on. No, skip that. Hold on. I'll read it.
Okay.
No, start where it says carnage.
Carnage was strewn across the ground, in the trees. The helter-skelter scattering of blood, limbs, bones, guts, and inner organs looked like the remnants of a slaughterhouse hit by a tornado.
Oh.
Many couldn't take it. Stomachs curdled. Foul smells of raw and half-roasted meat of human origin were soon mixed with a horrible vomit-like stench. Ugh, man, that is really painting the picture for us.
No, I like this.
Woo!
I'm glad I'm not in that line of work.
Yeah.
What line of work?
Like search and rescue type stuff,
Yeah, this
disaster.
was not search and rescue.
No,
This
I
was-
know, but even today, like
Yeah.
that sort of thing, if you had to go into a scene like that, can you imagine? Ugh.
That was a good question, though, John, because I am in that line of work where things happen. But,
Yeah.
you know. Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris? One couple recalled in the town over, Nellie and Albert Cushman. They were so relieved when they heard the news that, yeah, your son's fine. Your son is fine. His name was Ralph. Ralph is alive. Yeah, Ralph's alive. Oh, yes, but they still rushed over there. They pull up to the school, the tattered school, and they're waiting for Ralph to run up to the car. Ralph was alive, and he had a broken leg. However, it was a different Ralph.
Oh.
Theirs was dead. That's messed up.
That's like one of the examples from the Boston Marathon bombings that happened. There was a woman who was with her best friend, and they were standing right where the first bomb went off, and she had the friend's phone in her hand. So when the husband was looking for her, he couldn't find her, and they said, "Oh no, I don't remember the girl's name, but so and so is here, but we can't find your wife." And then all of a sudden they were like, "No, we have your wife." But then like the other family thought that their daughter was alive, but it turned out she had passed
had the
away.
phone, yeah.
So
I don't do IEDs, man. Fuck that. Or explosions. Ugh. Terrible. I got stories about that. Not doing it.
Sure you do.
Fuck that. So, the survivors weren't just survivors. They were bandaged, bleeding, fingers missing, legs broken, shrapnel sticking out of their skin.
no one deserves that.
From author Arnie Bernstein, when Dean Sweet was found, he was clearly dead. No pulse. His crushed and broken body resembled an old rag doll, torn and discarded beneath the wood, brick, plaster, and dust. A nearby wall was close to collapsing, threatening to bury the child further. Dean's body was removed with great care, then transported to the temporary morgue on the lawn.
The deputy sheriff gets there, William Clock. He finds a boy lying unconscious in the rubble. This is his first one, and he can see that he's breathing. This is a little 8-year-old boy, and he's so relieved that the first one he gets to, the child is living, just unconscious. He bends down, about to cradle this child, and behind the child, the remaining brick wall collapses instantly and crushes this boy to death.
No.
Can you read the next one? This is pretty bad.
Still the lawman pressed on. He came upon the legs of a little girl sticking out of the pile, her torso buried beneath. Clock steadied himself and assessed the situation. He took hold of the girl's foot and it snapped off in Clock's hands.
Oh.
Oh my God, that's so traumatic.
All of this is coming from newspaper sources, and this is how they reported it. Across from the school, 100 yards away or so, one rescuer finds a stick lying on the ground. This was 100 yards away. But this stick had an unusual shape. He goes to pick it up, and it turned out to be a human backbone.
Oh God.
You know what?
What?
Like when you...
What, Jen?
Yeah, no shit. What, Jim? What?
Well, when you think of disasters and you think of trauma, you mostly associate trauma with the victims that went through that type of disaster. But there has to be like first responders that sign up for this type of job. No one is going to forget that. Like they must have some sort of traumatic response to responding to a scene like this too. So
some of this stuff, I mean, it's got to be burned in their minds.
Like you gotta thank your first responders.
This is kind of what they were dealing with. This is a mangled body right here. This is what the body looks like. I mean, you can't even see it.
You can't even make out what that is.
It's a crater. You see a crater.
Is that the body there?
I think this is a leg.
Oh,
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, you can't even.
You can't make it out.
Yeah, you can't because it's been incinerated.
Also, it's 1920s photography.
True.
The fire marshal, Chief Charles V. Lane, gets there, and he's seen this before. Obviously, not on a scale of this magnitude, but he knows. All the recent deaths and the explosions in the homes, it's because of this high-test gasoline that everyone's using. It's cheaper. You can heat your home with it. Think about it. The gas that you put in your car, you're going to warm yourself up a bagel or a steak with that gasoline.
Oh, no, that's going to impact the flavor.
That is a terrible idea. So he thinks right away, he knows what happened. He gets there and he doesn't say anything, but he knows that this is the high test gasoline that all these schools are now using as heating systems.
It does actually kind of make me glad that this house is all electric and doesn't use.
It's electric.
But like so many accidents. The hustle music.
You can see it. It's electric.
Boogie woogie woogie.
That's roller skating. I mean, we should go roller skating, dude.
I went ice skating for the first time. Well, no, not the first time ever. I went when I was 3, and that was the only time I had ever gone. But because the teacher was mean. But for the first time in my adult life, I went ice skating last week.
To the one in North Charleston.
Yeah,
nice.
I had to use the push thing.
It is.
I always had to. The milk crates.
No, it was almost looked like a walker.
Oh,
I'll show you a picture later.
I mean, granted, I was small, so you would use like 2 milk crates stacked on one another and push them.
If we go roller skating, I'll need to bring my helmet.
Oh, I'm not a real. I am not graceful at all.
Next time I go
skates, like blades, any skis.
I went 3. Okay, so we paid to go. It was like an open skate for a couple of hours. And I went with my niece and nephew and Tara and Jean and
your niece and nephew.
Yeah, Tara and Jean's kids. They're like my niece and nephew.
Yeah, but they're not.
Okay, whatever. So we went because they have been taking ice skating lessons, and I decided that I was going to try it because I'm trying to try new things, and I was really proud of myself. I went 3 times around the rink and I didn't fall once. But then I was done. I was like, I'm not going to risk it. This is enough for me for the first time.
How drunk were you?
Sober.
So this fire marshal gets there and he also joins in the search. He meets up with Deputy Sheriff William Clock, and they started digging together. Both of the guys, the sheriff deputy and the fire marshal, they are also trying to inspect what happened. Like, all right, look at the school one more time. Look at the school one more time. You see that it is only halfway damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of questionable.
This is the north side.
Okay.
One whole wing.
Is there a second water pump on the south side? Or was it...
Look at
Or
that.
that's just where the pump was, I guess.
Look at this right here. You see it kind of bowing in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
a good view.
Wow.
Like the whole thing's bowing in.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Can you imagine just like, here's a better
No,
view. Like
I can't.
looking through this and trying to find your
No,
your
I don't
kid?
want to think about that.
Were there people who lost their lives trying to save people?
Oh
others?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because of the falling debris. You know? Because look at all this. One more time. Look at all this stuff up here. These are heavy boards. And look at this one. This is a huge plank right there. This stuff falls. You know, this brick wall is the one that killed that little boy.
So here's the thing. As an outsider looking in, also almost 100 years later after this happened, like, if I was going in, like, the next day, I would definitely want to wear some sort of protection, like head protection for that. If I was a parent going in there, I wouldn't give a fuck because my kid's in there.
Yeah.
Like, can I imagine having to look through that for a family member or a child? No, I don't want to imagine that. But I can tell you 100% that I would not care. I would sacrifice myself to try to save my kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or like a family member, a sister, or a friend. Like if someone that I cared about was in there, I wouldn't care about my own well-being. I would try to get them out.
Yeah.
In the next episode, I'm going to talk about this too, but in 2017, the oldest survivor was interviewed. She's 109.
Wow.
I guess she's still alive. That was 2017.
Well, we can't make any assumptions. 109 is old. And 19? That's 4 years ago.
2017.
2017, that's 6 years ago. I mean, I hope she still is, but I mean,
One cannot make that
you
assumption.
can't assume.
Do you know?
You can't assume on the day-to-day. Like, who knows who will be alive tomorrow?
I don't
Right.
know, Jen. So you had the fire marshal and the deputy sheriff. They're looking around. Now they're going more towards the undamaged side, the south side of the school. And they're digging at the same time, but when the deputy sheriff pulls up one of the boards near the undamaged portion of the school, both of these men, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Are you singing?
Where was I? You're like in this like super intense.
Are you singing the electric slide in your head? Because that's where I'm at right now. No, that's the hustle.
Oh yeah. It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie woogie.
Okay. So, the deputy sheriff, he picks up this plaster, this big column, and he notices something under it.
Uh-oh.
What do you think it is?
A bomb.
It is something odd. Looking in this broken plaster and this blood and this wreckage, he sees these two little wires, one red, one black. They're frayed. They're frayed at the end. And he notices that they go down on this column. They go all the way down to the wreckage. And these two men, they start digging out this. Because they're wondering what this is. They've never seen anything like this, and this shouldn't be in a school. They go down. They travel down into the wreckage. They find this wire traveling down the columns. It's stapled with these rusty staples, which means someone did it quite a while ago. And down in the rubble, they reach the basement, follow the wires all the way to the basement, and the wires, when they finally traced them to their end, they were connected to this. Sticks of unexploded dynamite. This is the fire chief and the sheriff.
Jen, you were right. This was on purpose.
So this is
I'm going to add this to the tally of the times that I was right. I think we're about to 5 after 423 episodes, but here we go.
I think you got 2 this episode.
Look at that. 2 for what? What was the other one? I was wrong about Snow White. I was 2 years off.
But there was something else that I was saying you got.
I don't know.
unexploded dynamite. The wires were connected to that, blasting caps. And not only that, it was connected to a battery, a hot shot battery. And those wires were connected to a clock.
A bomb.
Still ticking. Tick, tock, tick, tock.
Oh, shit.
Tick, tock.
They didn't have bomb squads back then.
And that's where I'm stopping this episode.
Okay, Leona.
All right, we're stopping that right here on episode 2. Obviously, this is a bombing. This was 1927. The reason I'm doing this story is because, like me and everyone else in this world, we think that this mass shooting, stuff like this, is a recent phenomena, but turns out that this goes way back.
Wow.
Well, this wasn't a shooting per se, but if you're talking about targeting school children,
right?
then
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I'm talking about.
Even if the availability of certain things, like you're gonna find a way.
There's never, I mean, in 1927, like now it's more commonplace to hear about elementary kids getting shot and killed, which is
Terrible.
friggin' insane to think about. But in 1927, to blow up a school, they would end up finding 450 pounds of unexploded dynamite. There were 250 people, students, children in this school. The dynamite that they found, the rest of it did not explode. So look at this photo again. How many other dead people would there be?
The whole building would have been completely in smithereens.
So we're going to stop that episode here. Obviously, this was something, a terrorist situation or something. We're going to go into everything in the next episode, but I feel like this is a great stopping point. Anyway, what do you guys think?
But we are going to finish it today, right?
Yeah, we can finish it today. We'll be back in like 30 minutes for our Tacos Primos. So can you guys do 3 o'clock? So 30 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to get like something to eat too.
Okay.
But so look on the Patreon. We'll be there. So for the Tacos Primos, that episode will be ready to go. And 30 minutes from now, we'll record the last of it. And if not, don't worry about it. That episode will be out next Wednesday on any podcast channel. But that's all I got. So cool.
Dang.
What'd you guys think? You like that?
No.
Way to end it.
I mean, I like your stories, but I don't know if you can see my rage loading on my face.
Shram says, turns out people sucked forever.
Yeah, no shit.
Wow.
No shit.
So the next episode is, it doesn't stop here. There are more people that are going to die.
So I'm just shocked that this was not an accident.
I'm not, but I am. I'm not shocked, but I'm angry.
It's fucking crazy.
You didn't think it was an accident with the water heater and stuff? I mean, a water heater is going to explode a whole school?
Well, I was thinking like maybe they unscrewed
Well, you could have
the gas line.
There could be something with the gas line to cause an explosion.
Yeah, all
but-
you have to do is unscrew that, and it's just a matter of time before the whole thing goes.
I'm just
kablooey.
surprised that it didn't have anything to do with the baseball that they were playing.
Yeah, I know. That's what I
I'm just kidding.
that was happening too.
All right, so we'll be...
I didn't. I was poking fun.
All right,
I did.
I hope you guys like that. That's part 1. We're going to do part 2, and that'll be available on Wednesday. So thanks for sticking around. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.